goddess known as Jackie here again, JacquelineGates.com, but you know that, right? And the Home and Small Business Network, don't forget, for all you business goddesses. Just a quick video, promise it's the last word from me about the benefits of spring cleaning and decluttering. Now, I was fortunate enough to get an entire household spring cleaned for Mother's Day. I'm so over getting gifts because gifts more often than not just add more clutter. So I always go for experiences, and this time I just wanted my house spring cleaned by somebody else. You know, the baseboards and all the cobwebs that I can't reach and all that kind of stuff. So spring cleaning is done, but the decluttering is continuing. And the reason mostly is because we're about to put our house on the market, and so I'm doing some staging. But you know, I am so not into minimalism. I don't do minimalist anything. Can you tell? So, the idea of sort of this whole Zen type environment, it's just so not me. I love it when I go to a spa, and I love the idea of it, but I am just way too theatrical. I like my drapes and the tassels and the layered fabrics. I like my place to look like a stage set, basically. But it's very easy to get really cluttered like that. And I know when I had small kids that somehow toys seemed to multiply when I wasn't looking. You know, from one birthday to the next, they would just suddenly double, and then a whole lot more would come in, and no toys ever seem to leave the house. I don't know if you find that. Do you also find that your kitchen cabinets tend to sort of grow their own Tupperware things and plastics and pots and stuff that you don't use very much, but they still seem to be there? Okay, so I read a blog post where this guy said he was also not a minimalist, but also loved the idea. And it comes actually from one of the Zen Habits blog posts. He wrote it about that. And so he started a sort of quasi-minimalism where he was doing a decluttering in that he was throwing out 10 items per day. Not necessarily throwing out as in garbage, but getting rid of, making them, giving them away, donating them, throwing them away, whatever happened. And I thought, you know, I could really do that. And this is the result. This is the first batch of clutter. Don't worry about the shoes, we're in my closet. And then there's more up there. Can you see the plates? That's from the kitchen. And another pile over there. Lovely stuff. This is the result. Isn't that amazing? That's just 3 days from just wandering around going 10, 10, 10. That's all it took. But you know, the interesting thing is that it's already feeling better. There's something about clean surfaces, a drawer that doesn't sort of explode when you open it because it's crammed so full of stuff. There's something about having an ordered environment that just allows you to breathe. And the other thing I was thinking of is that my daughter has turned into somewhat of a clutter bug too. Just a little bit. Her room, you know, admittedly, she's living in one room, so she has a lot of stuff. But at the same time, I see a reflection of myself. I see a reflection of some of the scarcity thinking that I was guilty of earlier. I see some of the rainy day, keep it for a rainy day, that my mother instilled into us. These are the things I'm trying to shift. And there's a wonderful quote from the Emerald Tablet. It was written 3000 BC, engraved on a jade tablet. And it says, as within, so without. And I'm sort of thinking that the manifestation of clutter is a very good, or rather not so good, reflection. It's a good reflection of a not so good thing that's happening inside. But what's interesting is that if you start working on the outside, so often it comes back inside. And what I'm finding by getting rid of these things, by picking something up and going, do I honestly need this now? Will I need it in the foreseeable future? Can somebody else use it more than I can? And then putting that thing into the goodwill pile. There's a freedom developing in this. So, darlings, I'm not talking to you about decluttering just to sell your house, or decluttering just so that you have neat and tidy counters and cupboards and all that kind of thing. It's an internal thing. And that, scrumptious ones, is the greatest gift of all. So, I promised this would be the last one. If you click on the link underneath the stamp on this postcard, you will be taken to one of the best books on decluttering that I've ever found. But honestly, it's $30. It's not much. For me, it's been definitely worth it. The bonuses are cool. But really, you don't have to have it. As I said, it's a bonus. Throw 10 things out per day. And sweetheart, I guarantee you will notice a difference. Not only without, but within. Have a fabulous weekend with your family. I'll talk to you again Monday.